and welcome back to Get the Gloss. So right now I'm not going to show you any products, I'm just going to talk for a minute. I'm going to talk to you about a challenge that I've set myself this month, which is a digital detox. Ironic, since I'm talking to you through digital means, through your computer, through your phone, however it's coming to you. But being part of this digital world has made me realise lately how crazy it has become. And I really do feel the need to slightly pull myself back from it. I think we are all becoming totally and utterly addicted to our phones. Now, I know obviously we create a website and so many people create websites that are aimed to sort of pull you in. But I think it's definitely important to limit the use of technology. So basically this month I am having a bit of a digital detox. I am going to limit myself to looking at my emails at certain times of the day. I'm only going to try and look at Facebook once a day. I'm only going to try and look at Instagram once, maybe once in the morning, once in the evening, and not check my phone incessantly. I think I had a bit of a wake-up call recently because I was walking down the street and I was walking along literally checking my phone, looking at Facebook. I felt like I couldn't walk down the street without looking at my phone. And I'm sure I'm not alone in saying that I would literally, sometimes I go to the loo with my phone. It's like an extension of our arms. Now, it's actually madness. Whilst I really want you to look at our website, I really do want you to look at our website, we don't need to be on our phones 24 hours a day. Like, we never ever turn off. My phone, my emails come with me to breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's with us always. And this wasn't how we were meant to be as human beings. And it actually worries me. There's an amazing book by a lady called Arianna Huffington. And I think she is amazing. Her book is called Thrive. She was head of the Huffington Post, which is an amazing, massive news website. And she herself suffered from burnout. She woke up one day on the floor of her office, having smacked her head on her table in her office because she was so exhausted she'd passed out. And she, even though she runs a website as well, and she's starting up a new website called Thrive, which is like sort of a well-being website. Even though she did that, she totally understands the need to withdraw from our phones. There was a quote in the book that says, "We are the walking digital dead." And I understand that because since I've been going on a slight digital detox, as you're walking along the street and actually looking around for once, you see everyone else on their mobile phone, literally walking across the road, walking into traffic, people walking across the road on their mobile phones and then getting cross if people beep at them or if people nearly run them over. I just feel that we need to remember that this is the world around us and that these phones are not really reality. I also think that it's important to limit social media. I think it's causing a lot of people to actually become quite ill. I see it in my industry because there is an awful lot of people dishing out advice on social media, especially when it comes to nutrition and that sort of thing. A lot of people who aren't qualified at all. People are getting hooked on their ideas and ideologies, and they're not necessarily, what works for them is it not necessarily going to work for you. It's causing FOMO, fear of missing out. People think they're not living a good enough life or aren't living the life their friends are living, which is causing people to be hugely anxious, depressed. Our phones are flashing at us, things like Facebook, all those notifications. There's a great quote actually in this book that says, turn off notifications. You should be in charge of when you want to look at your phone. It shouldn't be in charge of you. And I think that's very, very good advice. There were also some statistics out last week that said we are all, for 2 hours a night, we are all on our phones, just scrolling, sort of lost in thought. You know how you go onto somebody's Instagram or somebody's Facebook and then their sister comments and then you click on her sister and then you're looking at somebody's friend's sister's Facebook of when they were on holiday in Jamaica in 1992, and it's weird, it's all a bit strange. And I think we need to get back to living in the real world and also stop the incessant chatter. It is constantly at us. I think one of the main things people are doing, apparently, according to this research, was they are looking at their phones in bed. Now, I can think of a lot better things to be doing in bed. Sleeping, for one. If you thought I was going to say something else. Sleeping, for one. Not sitting there looking at our phones. In fact, everyone says we should ban our phones from our bedrooms because they are emitting light, energy, bad energy that we shouldn't have near us. So my phone now sits either downstairs or in the spare room at night. And it's really strange, since I've been doing this digital detox thing, I go to check my phone, like, constantly. I go to do it. It's like a subconscious habit that I'm doing without even thinking. And I go to look at it, and then I realise I'm not allowed to look at it. And that just shows how addicted I am, or how addicted we all are. Also, I feel it's not a great example to set to my kids, who, when these things are so addictive. If you give them an iPad, give them a phone, they will sit on it for hours. They get so drawn in by it. So I'm restricting it, and who's with me? Because I think we need to really curb our digital habits before we all go mad and before we all stop connecting as human beings. And that's a sad thought. Anyway, rant over. I'm off to make a cup of tea. Bye.